Was just named a top 3 for Patty Kaz finalist.
Center attempt here by Minnesota, again loose. Janssen trying to cover it. It comes free as Kaiser banging at it, and the Huskies able to get it away. Now thrown to the front goal. Kaiser with the shot. Ali Lalonde slowed up at the Minnesota blue line here, 60 seconds in. And the Huskies, Morgan Jackson, trying to dump this in. Lalonde picks it up, but it's offsides. This is back for Northeastern. Jules Constantinople. She'll be out on the ice an awful lot, according to Dave Flint today.
She was named Hockey East's best defender this season, and yes, he definitely talked a lot about how she logs the most minutes on their team for defense.
And the Constantinople will pick up this loose puck. And now out ahead, Jackson to the Minnesota line, carries it in. Centers too far for Lalonde. Minnesota trying to clear. Bogdan almost intercepted. That's Jaden Bogdan. Clarkson transfer. As Jamie
Four shots this game so far. Gophers with 3. 1-0 here in the first period.
So Northeastern on the board first. I think both teams, the coaching staffs, would have loved to have been first to get on the board. Northeastern, when they score first this year, 19-3-0. And here they got numbers back the other way again.
The 3-on-2
Northeastern
there.
gets a partial change here on their PK, able to clear. The PK numbers for Northeastern outstanding. 89.8%. They've killed off their last 10 and 18 of the last 19 opportunities the opponents have had on the power play. Second unit out here for Minnesota. Lindsay through traffic. Loose puck at the top of the crease. Price was banging at it for Minnesota. Now comes free, but in here, 9:20 to play in the first period. But Northeastern here with 2 goals, and now another opportunity. Zablocki centers as Lindsay was there to pick it off for Minnesota. Now Gracie Graham, Nelson, cross ice Kaiser. Maddie Kaiser, the senior, leading the charge. Fires wide. Constantinople marking her. Graham feeds it into the middle. And swept to the far wall. Riley Jones. Pistad wraps this one around. Far half wall chipped out by Brazis. Third line out here for Minnesota. Pistad trying to feed it towards the middle. Broken up. Graham kept it onside. Now deflects a pass. Gophers still with the puck. Kaiser slap shot, blocker save by Janssen. Jamie Nelson moving in, fires. That one blocked before it got to the Northeastern netminder. And now back in. Shannon all by herself. Got knocked to the ice. A little groan from the crowd here. Player, though, right on her doorstep. Huskies win the draw. Beckler to the front of the net. They score! It's 3-0 Northeastern. The Olympian for Czechia stood up at the blue line. Beckler gets it in the Minnesota zone, but here's Laitinen. Stretch pass. Here's a chance for Nelson coming in. Save is made by Janssen. Laitinen on a fluttering puck here sends it over the crossbar.
Great opportunity there by Nelson. She leads this Gopher team in assists with 31, and she's 3rd on the team for points with 42.
Now Nelson back in. Shovels it across. Graham a shot. Never. Trying to swing it over to Bouvang. Allard is there. And it's knocked forward here. Chance for the Huskies here. Possible 2-on-1, but well played by Gracie Graham to break up the pass.
Gracie Graham, a strong defenseman for the Gophers. Talk a lot about her and how she just stays so calm back there. Today she's had a few chances offensively as well.
Bouvang moving in now. Shoots that one high over the crossbar. That was a long shift for that top line right away here for Minnesota at the start of the period. That was a 90-second shift. Lloyd here past the 3-minute mark. Clearing pass here, almost intercepted by Bouvang. Jones plays it up the half wall. Laitinen stationed there, now falling down, and it's chipped off the glass. Here comes Zablocki. Check that. That's Caron. That will dump it in. Now Murphy for Minnesota. Saucer pass. Allard with the knockdown at the blue line. Bouvang to the bench on change. Finale trying to work her way in on the feed from Murphy is the call, so it comes back into the Northeastern zone. Constantinople. Oh, Zablocki would have been off to the races as she caught that puck clean.
Great job by Layla Hemp to get out of the net, play that puck there.
Laitinen behind her net. Feed here is broken up. Maybury over for McDermott with the shot on goal. Back comes Minnesota with Murphy. Murphy shoots wide. Bouvang trying to keep it alive. McDermott takes it away. Finale able to hold the zone for Minnesota. Low Murphy, center. Finale knocked around, loose puck. Molly Jordan with a shot. Big rebound given up. Puck is loose. Knocked to the line, held in by Jordan. Jordan again will turn and fire off a Minnesota stick wide. Thompson poked away. Nelson working around Beckler. Now hands off for Jordan at the line again. There's been a good shift here for the Gophers. Laitinen up for Lindsay. Lindsay plays it off the end wall. Thompson trying to spring McDermott. Now Bogdan jumps in. And McDermott's centering pass is deflected out front. Chance here now for Shannon. Fires wide.
Great job by Laitinen there to lay down, take that puck, and let it go into the corner.
Emma Kreis hits the skate of Ella Lloyd. Here come the Huskies back. Scoring chance here for Jackson. That's one popped over the crossbar.
Almost a redirect right into the net, but just missed it.
Oh, wide open. Compton. And it's 4-0 Huskies. No. 5:50 to play here in the second period. Northeastern leading Minnesota 4-0. Kaiser, the senior, trying to get something going here. Swings around, finds Lindsay. Over for Laitinen. Long shot, but Janssen is there to come out and meet the puck and block her away. Now Lloyd for McDermott. At the Minnesota line, dumps it in. Hemp behind the cage. Leaves it for Graham. Nelson. Pass intercepted by Jackson. Jackson who put the fourth on the board here for Northeastern. Raises, got a pass, deflected it wide. And out at center ice, it's Nelson. Jamie Nelson in. Loses it. Off a skate just wide. Lloyd to clear. Josefin Bouvang. Out in front, here's Murphy. Janssen the save. Murphy trying to bang it out front. Laitinen a shot. Puck is still loose. And Janssen able to cover.
A crazy scene.
But that's been the kind of day it's been for Northeastern.
Definitely. They play so well offensively. They have 10 blocks this game so far. Gophers have had 27.
Kaiser Wins it back. Here's Molly Jordan throwing it wide. Now Kaiser had the puck for a moment, but then Lalonde will take it out at center. Nelson knocks it away. Kaiser drop. Now Nelson will carry in, trying to center that one behind Kaiser and then split the defenders.
Nelson trying to put that puck right in the slot, connect with someone, but just no Gophers there in the vicinity.
Got tangled up in the goal crease. 12 seconds left. Graham for Finale. Finale. Drop pass for Lindsay. Lindsay got tripped up on the wall here as it will be skated out. You don't see those tall, lanky goaltenders in the women's game quite as often as you do in the men's game. But boy, Janssen has played extremely well. She was the goaltender of the year, freshman of the year in Hockey East last year. Led that league in all categories as a freshman out of Stockholm, Sweden.
Yeah, I could talk for hours and hours about the trends in goaltending, but
chance for the Gophers and another stop by Janssen.
wow, a great opportunity there for the Gophers, but Janssen able to get back and get right into her post and make that save. Those long legs able to stretch so far across the crease.
Absolutely stealing one from Ava Lindsay. Finale up to the line. Gracie Graham fakes the shot, now fires, that hits traffic. Murphy trying to settle it down. Has the puck. Now through the circle, trying to cut to the middle. Bella able to dislodge it, but Minnesota still with possession. Graham shoots this one off the stick of Lindsay. Graham again keeping it alive, tapping it below the line for Murphy. Murphy centers. Here's Laitinen firing. Block shot that time by Compton. Murphy for Bouvang, bottom of the circle. Wants to feed it back for Murphy. Didn't have enough on the pass. And the Huskies able to push this out to center ice. Minnesota right back in. Murphy has a shot partially blocked. Bouvang into the slot to their forehand. Shot saved. And another rebound there. And Janssen able
by
to.
Layla Hemp to get to her back door. She's had 2 good saves since coming back from this media break. She continues to be great for the goaltenders in net. She has 1 goal scored on her tonight.
Kaiser trying to work in, but could not get past Constantinople. Now Jamie Nelson off for Kaiser, fires wide, stick down. Janssen closing in on the 9-minute mark. Here's a turnover as Nelson will shoot from the blue line, but one of the easier saves.
She's able to tuck that puck away.
Second in goals scored this year in the NCAA, only behind Kaylee LaMarche of Quinnipiac. Still some time left here as Laitinen with the rush here, and a near kind deflection there off of a Northeastern stick again. So Minnesota on the power play, able to score. Their power play had been very here down the stretch. They were 3 for just their last 30 power play attempts prior to that. Here's Murphy weaving in, centering attempt for Graham off a stick all the way back to the Minnesota end. Noticed a little bit of a change in the Northeastern posture since the power play goal here. They're getting a little more aggressive here in their forecheck like they were in the first period.
Intensity has definitely picked up since that Gopher goal. We see Northeastern trying to take it up ice, get opportunities with 5 minutes left in this game.
So no icing. All right, take that back. No. That one was touched, negated the icing. Forgot that Minnesota had actually scored on the power play. Well, 28 seconds left. And Nelson back in, trying to center for Bouvet. Nelson, bottom of the circle, fires off the right pad, rather. A wild shot, finale wide, 15 seconds to go. Murphy plays it into the corner. Nelson trying to center. Fanned on it. 8 seconds left. Northeastern will move on, and they will take on Ohio State or Yale. Big win for the Huskies as